Good morning. Hello. I am Savannah Polson from Bold Beautiful Life, and this is our last April eyeshadow school for BBL Friday Face. I guarantee I will do more eyeshadow looks on following Fridays for BBL Friday Face, but April has been dedicated solely to eyeshadow looks. So we will move into like doing some other things and stuff like that for next week. But hello, thanks for coming in. So I thought it would be fun to show you, sorry, I'm just adjusting this braid a little bit. I thought it would be fun to show you like a casual smoky look that you can still wear like in normal life. It doesn't have to be like all drama, craziness, prom night. Hi Rachel, thanks for being here. Hi Anna, hi Teresa, hi all my friends. Okay, so, well, first of all, I have my highlight and contour on from Maskcara Beauty. As always, if you want any of the makeup that I'm using, contact me and I will get you all the details. Hi McKenna. Okay, so I have not put my highlight color. Your highlight color is your foundation. So your highlight and contour both have coverage, and they work together to create a dimensional face for you. And hi Lisa, I'm glad that you're here for a makeup one. Also, I might as well just throw this out there, but I want to give away 5 eyeshadows today. So for every 100 shares, I will give away an eyeshadow up to 5. So share them out, and hopefully a bunch of you will win an eyeshadow color, because I think it's fun. I think it's fun to give you some eyeshadows. And I don't know, depending on how many shares there are, maybe I'll go crazy and do 10 or something. We'll just see how it goes. But I want a lot of you to be getting your hands on this makeup because I genuinely, truly love it. If you've been following my page for a while, you've seen me talking about it for over a year, some maybe even a year and a half. Like before I even sold it, I talked about this makeup. So I do genuinely love it. I think it's great. I would love to help you. I personally look at your face and say what colors that I think that your face will be. And so yeah, if you want to come in and talk to me about it, then just send me a message, or you can email me hello@boldbeautifullife.com, and I will just send that to you. My hair looks thick. Thanks. It's coming back after having those babies. I have all these little flyaways and all that fun stuff going on, but that's okay. Okay, thank you for sharing. Oh, thanks. It's like a messy bun on the bottom. I'm going to dive in so that this isn't really super long. But I have already put on my highlight and my contour, which is your foundation. So some other makeups, highlight means the shiny part that you put here, but we call that illuminator. So it will come later on. I'm not doing a launch video later today, but I will do one on Tuesday. So tune in Tuesday morning for another launch video. Thanks. Stephanie, Kin is the best. Okay, so I am going to come in with, this is my compact. These are my 2 highlight shades. This is a darker one to balance like deepness or redness, and this lighter one is to brighten, or like I use it on my jawline where it's lighter and it transitions to my neck better, all those things. And then this is my contour color here. I've had this one for months, like 4 months or so. This is my illuminator that I've had for months as well, and a couple blushes in here. And these are all creams. And then on the bottom, I have eyeshadows, powders, all that stuff. So I'm going to show you a couple different looks that I love. So I'm going to come in with, this is the Detail Hack brush. All of our brushes are incredible. They're seriously the best I've ever used. Okay, I'm going to put this highlight color on, and I'm using my darker of the 2 because I want to balance the redness of my eyelids here and create a nice base for my shadows. So light layer. Less is more. with everything in this makeup. You want to build up instead of start with a lot. So you really, really want the thinnest layers you can get away with. So I'm going to put this all over my lid here. And then I'm actually going to take the setting spray and my perfector sponge. The Mother's Day bundle is still going on. Comes with a setting spray, the Bare blush, and the cream bronzer, and a small like square compact. It's a different color than this, but that's still going on through Mother's Day. So if you are wanting to get a great deal, then that saves you like 19 bucks. Okay, so I put some setting spray. This is our setting spray. I put some setting spray on my perfector sponge. I'm just going to dab that on my eyelid here. And this kind of just absorbs the excess. It also creates a great prime for your shadow. I know a lot of people that use like our illuminator as an eyeshadow primer too, which is really pretty. It just gives you a shimmery primer instead. Yes, get your husband to buy you that makeup. That's funny. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with some of the setting powder. I like to do this so that there's no creasing or anything, and I start out with a really clean base. And normally I do this part while I'm doing the rest of my makeup, but so it's not like an added step. But since I wanted to show you this part of it, I haven't done it yet. But just so you know, that's not like an extra bunch of time added. This is quick. So, hi friends. Hi Christy. There's no Mother's Day deals going on about highlights, but there is always free shipping. So you can just order one thing, one highlight color, and it'll be free shipping. It'll come and replace it, the one that you're out. Okay, so now I have this nice even base, and it's set and locked and loaded, ready to go. I'm going to use Rome. How many of you have Rome? Hands up if you heard Rome. You heard my kids fussing in the background and thought it was mine. Sorry. I do have a friend here playing with them, so they're not just like locked in a room alone. So I always just have someone playing with them so that this isn't a tough time for all of us. Okay, so I'm going to put Rome here under my brow. It's just a really soft, muted, light color. I just really like it. And awesome, Shauna, I'm so happy. And I'm going to bring it on the inner corner of my eye because even though this is smoky, I still want to bring in light and brightness. And you can use whatever color tones you want with these same methods of application. And you may play around with like your eye shape and see if you don't like it, then that's totally fine. And you can play around with, you know, where you put things and how dark you go in certain places and stuff. So this color is so nice. It's called Rome. And I'm putting it on the inner corner here. And this is Mascara Beauty. And I am a Mascara Beauty artist, meaning I will help you pick out colors, and you can purchase it through me if you want to. And if you're interested in being a mascara artist yourself, then message me as well, and I can get you information on how to join our team. Okay, so I'm going to put that on the inner corner and underneath my eye there. And it's just soft and muted. It's not really like crazy. It just like really subtly catches the light, which I like for a smoky eye base. Okay, and so now I am going to come in with one of my very favorite shadows ever, which is Bright Eyes. And it's this mid-tone metallic-y brown color. And this Eyeshadow Everything brush is so simple to apply. I absolutely love it. And I'm just doing tiny small swirls and circles. If you are just joining, we are giving away eyeshadows. So share this out and make sure you're commenting and all of that stuff. And Rachel, thank you. I'm so glad it's helped. Make sure that you are engaging, commenting, and everything, and we will let the winners know who has won an eyeshadow. and we're giving away at least 5 of them. So make sure that, yeah, you share this out so that you have a chance. And then comment and talk to me about it. I should do a foundation highlight contour tutorial. Yes, I have a bunch of them on my page, and starting next month I will start doing them again. And there's also some on my YouTube channel, and I will post more on my YouTube channel. And there's also some on my Instagram. So they're really all over the place. So my YouTube is Bold Beautiful Life. My Instagram account is my name. It's at Savannah Polson. And in my highlight stories, so when you go to my profile page, there's like these little bubbles along the bottom. And there's like full makeup tutorials there as well. You have no room. Thanks for those orders though. Okay, so I am circling this in. I always end up with this like little dip right there. And so I have to dab on just a little bit more product. So you'll learn your eyes and you'll learn how they take shadow and all of that stuff. But this brush makes it really easy and simple to blend and apply. Okay, so at this point, you want to make sure that your eyeshadow is never dropping below the line from your nose to the outer corner of your eye. You want to end your eyeshadow there unless you're going for a look that's more dramatic and drops down. But if you want your eyeshadow to kind of like pull up and out, then make sure you're not dropping below that point. So I would love for you to have some eyeshadow. I will go back and read all your comments if I'm missing them. Thank you for engaging and commenting. You are the best. Okay, and if there are things that you want to see now that eyeshadow tutorials, like eyeshadow school is over for April, I can still do other eyeshadow looks, of course, but if there's other things that you want to see, like the highlight and contour tutorial and stuff like that, then just let me know and I'll work them in when I can. Okay, I am going to use this eyeliner, which I've linked before, but I will link for you again. And I'm going to use this eyeliner to put a line on the top of my eye. And it's just like a liquid pen, and it has a really skinny point, which helps, I think, a lot. So I'm going to close my eye. And you can use the tip, like lay it almost sideways on your eye, not all the way, don't lay the base down, but like the tip in first and then kind of like draw back, but not like this. If you try and draw like this, you'll get a really crazy line. If you come in at an angle here, I'm gonna try and show you a little better. So don't come in like this, because it's really hard to get a straight line. And don't come in like this, where you lay the whole brush down, because then it's really hard to control that thick line. But if you come in at an angle like this, and you just barely push down, then it's way easier to control like a natural line. So hopefully that makes sense. This is not waterproof, but it lasts all day on me. This is my favorite, for sure. Okay, so then you can turn the tip around and use the other side to pull back. Oh, Samantha, that's cute. Okay, you can use that other side to pull backwards, and then you can just fill in down to your lash line. You want to make sure that there's no gaps between your eyeliner and your lash line, otherwise it'll ruin the aesthetic of making your lash line thicker. And so I am just going to leave it as that, just lining my top, and I'm not going to wing it out. If you want to wing, you can. You can just create the wing from the bottom of your lash line, your bottom lash line, and draw it up and out. And I've talked about that a ton in the other videos as well. Thank you. I'm glad that the explanations are helping. I will link this eyeliner for you because a lot of people have a hard time finding it. And so I'll put it up there for you. I meant to do that, sorry. But it's the Clinique one. Okay, and I'm just going to line this other eye now. And see how I allow it to lift? Don't worry about like staying low, like to your lash line. It's okay for it to lift up and out if you're going in this like consistent pattern, because you can fill in easily, but it's a lot harder to build up than it is to build down. So if you like put a line and then you try to just like build up that line a little bit, you'll end up with kind of like some ruffles on it. I don't know what the word is, but if you just draw that straight line exactly where you want it and then fill in lower, then you'll have a better line. Okay, so I did that heavier line on the top of my lid just because I want to darken it a bit. Thanks, I'm glad they're helping. Some Ulta stores carry the liner, not all though. Yeah, so I know that you can order it, like I'll link it, I think you can order it through Nordstrom and then it's free shipping. So you might as well just have it shipped to you. But I'll find that for you. I'll find the place that it's free shipping. So, okay, now I have those, that base line created there and a gradual progression of color on there. So I'm going to come in with my multitasker brush. It's this skinny and flat, and then the other side is skinny and small. And I'm going to use Emerald City, which is a really beautiful deep green color. And you don't have to use green if you don't want to. You can use like a gray tone. You can even use black. You can basically do whatever you want. But I'm going to use Emerald City because I think it's pretty. This is one tip for if you ever get eyeshadow like falling onto your cheekbones here, then I like to put this B squared brush right here to kind of protect it. And then when you close your eye, you can come in and all of the fallout will go onto your brush. So I'm just going to press this starting in my lash line right here, push it down in. Tip though, if you take this off to like turn and do something else and then you go put it back on, make sure that you've wiped it off. Otherwise you'll put a line of eyeshadow on right there. So I don't have a really hard time with the shadows falling. They do really well actually for me. But sometimes when you're going this intense with a dark one that you want really pigmented, then it's just nice to kind of like have that barrier just in case. Okay, and then you just kind of gradually go up on the lid as far as you want to go. So it's the deepest and most concentrated down towards your lash line, and then it graduates up as you go. And you can come in with this eyeshadow everything brush and blend that top line together, because especially in a smoky eye, blending is key. You want everything to just be kind of like shadowy and all of that stuff. Okay, how much color do I get on my brush? Like when I'm dipping it in the shadow, when I want it intense like this, I will put it, I'll show you, like, I'll like dab it a couple times like that. Hopefully that helps. If I'm just doing like where I did the fluffy this stuff, then I just tap it in there and swirl it on. So I get way less product on my brush the other times. The colors are really pigmented, and so start with a little bit and kind of build up. you have it, but it kind of scares you, it's so dark, use it to just accentuate your eyeliner. Then you just have a subtle hint of green, and you kind of can build from there. I think it's really, really beautiful on a lot of people, but I do get that it's kind of scary. That's why I thought it would be fun to do this tutorial using this instead of other like traditional colors. So I am just deepening right down to the lash line and softening out that dark line we created. But by putting that eyeliner down first, it makes a really solid base to our smoky look. So then I'm going to come and blend all of this out and up, just like that. And if there's a weird like disconnect where my eye kind of has like a hard time right here, so I'm actually going to come in and add a little more of this Emerald City just to connect these two here. So you may end up just kind of playing around with it and doing what you want to do. I better match it on the other side. So I'm going to put a little bit more of this dark blended out into the outer corner there. And then also another thing, if you're having a hard time blending it, then you can come back in with this Bright Eyes, this like medium brown color we did, and then you can put that Bright Eyes over top of everything all again. And then it just kind of like softens it all together and blends it all as one. So that's another tip for blending things out. Make sure everything is blended. Blending is key. I feel like it's looking like a little like crazy, but I think the lighting is a little harsh. I promise in real life it doesn't have like these sharp jagged edges, because I feel like when I turn it like changes and it doesn't have any sharpness anymore. Okay, so that is what I would do to the top eye. If you were going, if you were going for like a really dramatic prom eye or something, you could even put your eyelid like solid, but where I want to be able to wear this like for the day too, or like just for a date night or something, not like formal attire, then I feel like just doing a touch of that dark green color kind of just adds interest and dimension to it. Another thing that I love doing is taking a little bit of that green color and drawing it on my bottom lashes with this, with this multitasker as well, because then it just kind of pulls a little more interest down at the bottom. So at this point, I will come in with, oh no, I can't find it. Okay, there is an eyebrow brush called Know Your Angles, but I think mine's in my bathroom. So I'm gonna use this pointy side of this multitasker, and I'm gonna create a stronger base on my brows real quick. The Know Your Angles is really easy for brows, and it has a little spoolie on the other side, so it just kind of combs them right out. Here is. So I'm going to fill that in. I'm using Trust eyeshadow, and it's just in my compact as well. Hi, good morning, hi. A little color underneath. What color do I use for my brows? I use Trust. So Trust is a great color for brunettes. And then Oak is a great eyebrow color for blondes, or if you want a lighter brow than this current situation. I like to make the tail of my brow pretty strong, so I do like extra dip and a stronger cut down there. I have a big scar through this one, in case you can't see. And so it's a little harder to make that side intentional, but these brushes are incredible. And if you buy them as a collection, they save you money. Like it's like getting 1 to 2 brushes for free, depending on which brush, because they all vary in price, but it saves you like 40 bucks or something. And all of them are double-sided. So it's like you're getting even more brushes in one. And they quick because they like toggle between each other. All that stuff. Okay, mascara. So ironically, if this is your first time watching me do Mascara Beauty or hearing about Mascara Beauty does not have a mascara, but they have pretty much everything else, and I use everything else of theirs. And I'm sure that when they someday come out with an actual mascara, I will absolutely be trying it, because everything they make I've loved. So you've been waiting for this tutorial all your life. Hi, Kendra. I'm happy it's helpful. All right, I am putting on one layer of this mascara, which I've been using for a long time, and I love it. I am still like trying out a bunch of mascaras though, so I will be continuing to tell you things that I like. Every 100 shares I'll give away an eyeshadow, and I was saying 5, but I don't know, we'll see how it ends. Maybe I'll do more, because I want a lot of you to have eyeshadows. I think that the eyeshadows are so creamy and dreamy and silky and pigmented and beautiful. I just think you all need them. So also, my eyelashes have grown like drastically with this eyeshadow or eyelash serum that I've been using for a few months, and I can't remember when I started using it, but if you want a discount code to it, I can post that as well. I have a discount that you just click on the link and it automatically takes a discount off for you if you're wanting to try it. So I will post it. The eyeshadows are great. Yes, this is the IT Cosmetics mascara. And I really like it. I feel like you can really only do one coat of it though. So like if you were gonna get ready in the morning and then you're gonna freshen up to like go on a date at night or something, don't put a second coat of this on. It's like really intense, and I feel like it does amazing if you're gonna put it on your eyes and then just let it be what it is all day, which is enough. I mean, it's awesome. And but like, yeah, if you were gonna go put like an extra coat on it, I don't recommend it. All right, I'm gonna throw some underneath real quick, just a little bit, and let my lighting adjust. It's like making me look kind of crazy. Oh, that's a little better. That's like more natural. There we go. Okay, so eyelashes. My eyelashes are like drastically improved since I've used this serum. So like I totally recommend it. I think it like works really well. Look at how crazy long they are. And I just put one coat of mascara on, and it takes that long. It's way faster. So usually like my videos end up being really long, like way too long, but in normal everyday life, like my husband and I went to see Infinity Wars last night, and I realized right before we left I hadn't even like put myself together for the day. And so I was like, he's like, we gotta go, we only have 5 minutes. And in 5 minutes, I threw on my highlight, my contour, eyeshadow, or mascara. I did my brows, and I threw some lips and cheeks on. And it was seriously 5 minutes, and out the door, felt great, like all that stuff. So this routine, if I'm doing like a full eyeshadow look and all that stuff with it, maybe takes me 15 minutes if I'm just really going, like if I'm just focused on it and not talking through it. But your eyelashes have been thinning out. Do you think trying a lash serum? I think it's worth a shot for sure. My lashes have drastically improved. So anyway, so normally this is a very quick makeup routine. It's cut my other makeup routines in half. But yeah. You can't wait to see it, Teresa? How many of you have seen Infinity Wars? Don't worry, I won't do any spoilers. You don't have to leave. I won't spoil it, but I'm just curious how many of you have seen it. And then one of these days when everyone in here has seen it, we can talk about it. But yeah, it's nuts. Okay, so part of the Mother's Day bundle is this bear right here, and I've been using it on repeat. I kind of can't get enough of the bear because it's just perfect. Look at how like, it's just like this natural pink like color, and I think it goes really well with like intense smoky eye because you don't want so much going on your face. Was it great? What's the name of my page? My page is Bold Beautiful Life. It's the one I'm on right now, and you can message me or you can email me also, hello@boldbeautifullife. You saw it last night too. Yes, you can watch the replay and you can skip ahead. So, sorry, we're live right now, just chatting away. But when it's no longer live, then you can skip ahead. Okay, so I'm going to show you the cream bronzer as well because it's almost summertime and the sunshine is coming out. So this Bella Cream bronzer has this cute little girl on it, is part of the Mother's Day bundle too. So this blush and this bronzer and the setting spray are all part of the Mother's Day deal. So if any of those things are interesting to you, this is a great time to get them. I'm gonna come in with this fluffy side of this brush and just a little bit of the product, and I'm gonna swirl it out just where you want things like a little warmed up, where the sun would naturally hit you, so you kind of look like you just have this summer glow going on. Look how pretty that is. Like, it's just like adds like this life to your skin. And I just use it really subtly, little small movements. I put a little bit on my nose to warm it up, and I actually put a little bit on my chest just to kind of like tie the warmth together. Look how pretty it like brings your skin to life, makes you look like you've just like healthy sun-kissedness. So yeah, I love that. And it's only available in the Mother's Day bundle right now. It will be available alone after Mother's Day, but for now, this is the B Squared brush, again, from Maskcara. All the brushes are amazing. Okay, I'm going to come in now with my Honey Illuminator, and you just put that right up here on your cheekbones. And it just catches the light ever so beautifully. Just right here. And I like to just use my finger and rub it in. But look, like between highlighting, contouring, bronzing, blushing, and illuminating, like it just like brings your face to life. So, thanks friends. Wait and buy a set you want to buy now. Sorry. I am obsessed with this makeup. That's why I keep telling you about it. But yeah, I love it. And I just feel like it is perfect for like exactly what I want out of makeup. So like I have freckles. You can see all my freckles and stuff, and they still show through. My freckles still show through, but yeah, this makeup brings my face to life. And I feel like that is like an elusive thing in makeup. So for you to have like coverage and brightness brought to your face and focus brought to your like face in all the right places and polishing your natural beauty, but still letting natural things shine through, like my freckles here, is like everything I want in a makeup. Okay, so I put it up here, put it on my nose, and then I am going to use a nude on my lips because I feel like with these, with a bolder eye and a more subtle look, I want to use the nude blush on my lips here. So I'm going to put, nude is just a little deeper than the Bear. It's kind of like a similar tone. But I'm throwing this on here. How long does it take me to get ready every day? Like 15 minutes or so. Usually. Love that you can see. Yes, I love that you have freckles. People with freckles, this makeup is honestly so beautiful. And those of you that have like redness you want to neutralize too, going in with like a deeper color and neutralizing the redness allows for you to go in with a lighter color and add like the dimension on the top of your nose, on the bottom of your forehead, like under your eyes, on your chin. Like it brings that light out, but neutralizes like the redness in your cheeks and stuff like that, so you can put the colors that you want there instead of, you know, having such intense redness, unless that's something that you like having. Okay, nude blush on my lips, and that is it. So normally this makeup really would take me like 15 minutes, but I don't even know how long we've been chatting here. A long time. So I look so put together and love that it doesn't look heavy. Thank you. I love that it doesn't feel heavy. So if you use a very small amount, like you want to use as little product as you possibly can with all of it, then you will not feel sticky or heavy. It almost just feels moisturized. And sometimes it takes people's skin a couple weeks to get used to it, but it like is glowy, it brings to life. I have people ask me that haven't seen me in a year, like if I've, you know, had like done facial treatments or something like that, just because I think it naturally just goes in and makes your skin like happier. And so anyway, it has done that for me at least, especially the Tres Leches skincare system from Maskcara, which you can also get through this same link. I linked everything that I've used other than my mascara and my eyeliner can all be bought through that one link. So, and it all fits in one compact, whatever size you choose. This is the mini double decker. So it's totally you. But anyway, I lost my train of thought, but I love it. And I love that it's compact, convenient, like traveling. That's it, you know? And it's not even like then you're locked in. I have options. Like I can do a whole bunch of different eye looks. I can do different blushes, like all of that stuff. So thanks. You can send me a pic. So if you send me a pic to be color matched, make sure that the pic looks like you do in real life. So the best way to do that is to, like during the day, to face an open a window that has like natural light to it, not direct sunlight, just like soft natural light, and then take a couple steps back and then take a picture of yourself. I don't want like harsh shadows coming in or direct sunlight, or bathroom lighting is really hard because it makes you look really red when sometimes you are like fair. So I'm going to recommend a dark color for you if you look like you're darker and have a lot of redness. So I want to make sure that it's looking like you do in person, and I can see like what parts need some balancing and all of that stuff. So try and send me as well lit, natural lighting as you possibly can. Thank you, friends. Yes, you can send it to me in a direct message here, or you can send it to me on email at hello@boldbeautifullife.com. And I try and get back to them as fast as I can. Sometimes it takes me like a day or two, especially if it's a weekend. I like to take weekends with my family, of course. And so sometimes it'll take me an extra day or two, especially if it's on a weekend. But I'll get back as soon as I can, and I promise I will look at your face and I will tell you exactly what I think is for you. So hopefully it's worth the wait. And is the foundation heavy? No, the foundation is really light, unless you apply it heavy. But if you apply it heavy, then it's sticky and it doesn't look right and all that stuff. So you honestly want to use like this little thing here. This one I use the most of, and it lasts me 2 to 3 months. So it's honestly like I lay my brush in it like this, and then that will do like a whole section of my face. So yeah, you definitely don't want to use too much, and you want to start in small layers. Is it great for oily skin? Yes, I have really oily skin, and I always use the setting powder. I actually don't use the setting spray on my actual face. I like it for my eyes and some things like that, but I don't use it on my actual face I use the setting powder more. But if you have drier skin, then you'll probably love the setting spray versus the powder, but it's totally up to you. Can I go over pricing for the compacts? Yes. So every color is $14 individually, and you kind of just customize from there. And every compact has a threshold where it comes free. So this one is my favorite size, especially for someone starting out. You may eventually build up to a double decker, but this is like my favorite. So this one comes free when you buy 10 of anything. So you can come in and you can pick your 2 highlight colors. Usually I recommend a darker one to balance like any dark tones, or if there's freckles or if there's redness, anything like that. And also provides versatility for the changing seasons. And so then the aura here, well, mine is aura, but the lighter color here comes in and provides like this brightness and all those things. And like I put it on my jawbone, like all of that. And then you can pick a contour color, and I will give suggestions to you. And then illuminator, you have room for a couple blushes. So there you're at 6, and then you get a setting powder, you're at 7, and then 3 eyeshadows, you're at 10, but then you have room to grow within the compact. So it won't fill it up entirely, and you'll be able to add more to it, which I like. If you want it totally filled up, you can get a smaller compact size if you want. But there's one that comes free with 8, and then there's one that, what would be 1 step lighter than aura? That is white peach. White peach is 1 step lighter than aura. So this one comes free with 10, and then this bigger one here comes free with 16 colors. And mine's not fully stocked. This is kind of just my extra colors and extra stock that I have. And so you can see they don't move around. Like if you have room to spare, they stay put. So you can easily add on to it. You can still take this traveling with you. Like, see, they're locked and loaded. I was a huge help with color matching. I'm so glad. Thank you. I use Mascara Beauty Foundation, and I love it, obviously, because I tell you about it all the time. And so, yeah, let me know. I'll help you buy it. And yeah, any other questions before I hop off? You're having trouble with application. So normally if you're having trouble with application, if it's looking cakey or it's sliding off your face, it's not covering well, or it's sticky. Well, okay, hold on. Take sticky out of it. If it's not covering well, it's looking cakey or like stripy on your face, like it's sliding around, then go a shade darker. Like use more of the darker color or try a shade darker than that, and create that as a base first. And if it's feeling sticky or like dripping off your face or things like that, then use way less product. Like I would say 99% of people who are starting out using the makeup are using way too much. So use way less. And then you can try the Perfector sponge. The Perfector sponge will help it press in to your skin and create like a flawless texture on your skin. And so you can create this. You can use this Perfector sponge to like smash it into your skin, and it will absorb excess and excess product. But you want to make sure that this is not wet. So you wet it. You put it underneath the faucet and pump it a few times, like get it sopping wet, squeeze it out as hard as you can, then wrap it with a towel and squeeze it again, and then ideally let it sit on the table for a minute or two. So it's just soft, not wet. And so then you can really just press it in, and it's like smushy and soft instead of wet to take your makeup off. Hopefully these things are helping. And then I like to go in with a setting powder at that point, but some people don't, depending on your skin type. And then you can go in with a lighter color and just dab. Like if you are having problems with like pores showing, with it like setting into wrinkles, stuff like that, go in with your dark color, do all those steps, set it, and then come in lightly with your lighter color and just dab. Like you just need a little tiny bit and just dab it in, and you can apply like the tiniest amount and it will drastically change the dimension of your face. You don't need to go in and slather on another layer. It's really just like tapping. I do use the Milk Moisturizer from Maskcara. It is the best. Yeah, you can send me pics of it with it on, and I can tell you. You can tell me like your things if you're having a problem. What is a shade darker than Mango? Goddess would be a shade darker than Mango. And yeah, sometimes when the seasons change, like a color that you've been using doesn't work anymore, or you need to use more of your darker color, and maybe you'll transition. Like I use Amber and Aura for my skin, but in the summertime when I have some color or a fresh spray tan or something like that, I only use Amber. And so I will leave the Aura out of the equation. So hopefully you have the pore issue and the fine lines. So you want to make sure you're using a color that melts into your skin versus sits on top of your skin. So make sure that the color that you're using first, it may even seem a little orange when you start applying it, but once you have blended it in sufficiently and pressed it in to your skin and then set it with a powder or something like that, it will like become your skin and just brighten it from the inside out. Hopefully this is helpful. Yeah, this is getting long, but I mean, if you guys have these questions, I'm happy to talk to you about it. If it doesn't work with your sensitive skin, there's a 30-day return policy. If you're just like not having it, I would say give it a couple weeks though. It took my skin a while to adjust to it because my skin was so over oily before, because it was just kind of like not balanced. And so I started using the Milk system, the Tres Leches cleanser, toner, moisturizer at night, and then in the morning I just used the cleanser, and then I used this makeup, and my skin was like adjusting to, it was like used to producing so much oil to try and hydrate my skin that it wasn't used to the extra hydration I was getting from all these healthy things that I was doing to it. And so it like went through this like kind of crazy oily phase. But once it regulated out, my skin is so much more balanced now. It's really, really nice. What's a shade darker than Amber? So there's Wheat that is slightly darker than Amber, or there's Mango, which is like the same tones as Amber, but a darker version. So Wheat is in between, but it's kind of like a different tone than Amber is, but just slightly darker. So, do I use Perfector before or after setting spray? I use a Perfector before setting powder. I really like when it's a cream-based foundation, so I really like when it's ultimate creamy, for it to really be pressed in, like deep in to, all these textural areas that you might see problems. I really like pressing that cream in there, and then I set the powder like really lightly with the powder. You don't want to go in with a ton of powder, otherwise you'll notice it kind of like it like sticks together and then it can like crack and separate and break. But you want this makeup to still move with your skin. You want it to feel like a second layer of skin. And so you don't want to use like a ton of powder on it and make it like solid face. You want this like kind of dewiness that healthy hydrated skin has. So cool. Too much oil with your old? Yes, it helps so much. I do not use a face primer. I use the Milk System cleanser, and then I sometimes use an SPF. I know I need to, but I also don't really leave my house very much. So if I'm going out, I definitely use an SPF, and I haven't found one that's like tried and true. That's why I don't use it just like every day. But that's kind of my mission this summer, is to find one that works with this makeup really well, works with my skin really well, and doesn't make me break out or any of that stuff. Since I've been using the Tres Leches system, the skincare system from Maskcara, I have like virtually no breakouts, and I used to always have breakouts here. I used to always get them like up here and here, but my skin is like doing so good right now with that system that I want to make sure I find something that like seamlessly incorporates. There is a setting spray that has SPF in it, and so if you are using the setting spray, you can use that as a primer, and it also will provide you 30 SPF. But yeah, cool? Your skin feels better with your mascara than without. Jennifer, I love that. That makes me so happy. Okay, well, this has been like quite the little chat we've had. Thanks for being here. Yeah, message me or email me if you want this makeup. Obviously, I love it. And I will be here every Friday talking about face stuff for BBL Friday Face. And I'll be, it won't always be a live video. Sometimes it'll be like a recorded one or something like that, depending on what I have going on. But a lot of times I'll show up live. So thanks for being here. And you guys are all the best. Okay, bye.